My name is Julianne. I moved out of my parents' house last year because I couldn't take the abuse of my alcoholic father anymore. I still like to visit my mom and siblings from time to time, but after my most recent visit, I probably won't be back ever again. It was Thanksgiving. I arrived at the house early in the morning, so everyone was probably still asleep. I snuck inside through the back door, so as not to disturb anyone. My brother Adam, who is 15 years old, was still in bed, sleeping. I'd missed him so much that I couldn't help but watch him for a brief moment. As I was standing beside him, I touched his face and hair affectionately. He looks so cute when he sleeps. I then made my way down the hall to check on my little sister Valerie, who's 6. Everything was dark except for the light coming from her bedroom. I peeked inside and saw her playing with her dolls on the floor. How cute. In the other room, my mom and dad were sleeping. I wanted to see Valerie, so I knocked on her door and hid behind the curtains. She opened the door and came out to look around but didn't see me. I could see the bruises on her face clearly. No doubt they were caused by my asshole father constantly beating her. I wanted to hug her, but I didn't come here to engage with anybody. I just wanted to see them. When she closed the door, I headed for the attic. I was feeling nostalgic and wanted to see some of my old things that were stored there. Pictures from when I was in school, my diary, my video games. I was such a fan of dolls and other girly things like my sister was. I felt tears running down my face. The past is gone, I thought as I fell asleep. I woke up to the sound of the door opening and tiny bare feet running inside. It was my little sister Valerie. "Happy Thanksgiving, Julianne. I knew you would come," she said with a giggle. "I saw you when you were watching me. Why did you leave us? I miss you a lot." Tears rolled down her eyes as she ran up and hugged me. "I won't let you go anywhere again," she said. "But I have to go, Valerie. I can't stay here," I replied, hugging her back. Valerie ran down saying, "Stay here. I'll get Mom." She came back with her mom, but she didn't look happy to see me. I mean, of course she wasn't happy. I left the house without her permission. "Mom, I'm sorry," I said with tears in my eyes as I hugged her. Valerie smiled. I could see a little relief on my mom's face as she started to hug me back. Suddenly, my father came in, holding a cross in his hand. Just the sight of him made me angry. "Go away, you evil spirit! Leave my family!" he yelled. He then kicked my little sister toward me and said, "Take it as your Thanksgiving dinner and leave us!" He did that because I was a ghost. I killed myself years ago because of him. He never loved me. I was depressed for years before I decided to end it all by overdosing on sleeping pills. Now I can see he didn't love my sister either. My temper quickly reached its boiling point. My mom and sister took a few steps back as I grabbed my father and lifted him into the air. He held the cross up to my face, but it didn't hurt me. I think crosses only work when it's in the hands of people with pure souls, so my sinful dad was out of luck. His face turned pale when I swatted the cross away and smiled, revealing my sharp teeth. I then bit into his stomach and started eating his intestines like spaghetti. "Happy Thanksgiving!" I laughed. My mother and sister started to relax after I finished my meal and wiped the blood off my lips. Now that my father was gone, I could finally stop wandering around. I was at peace, and I knew my family would be too. I didn't need to haunt my house anymore. I was ready to cross over.